Tyrann Mathieu signed to the Saints. Can I talk about the Saints for a second, the draft?
No.
So
I'm kidding.
I'm a big Jameis fan. As we know, the Saints had 2 first-round picks. When they traded up, I'm like, they're going to take quarterback. They're going to take quarterback. They're going to take Kenny Pickett. They're going to take Malik. I mean, if it was Malik, I would have been somewhat happy, but I still would have been upset. But I was like, they're going to take quarterback, and then they didn't. They took Chris Olave, and I was like, but yes, get Jameis help. And then they had the other pick. What was it, 19?
Yeah, 19. Trevor Penning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, quarterback. It's gonna be Kenny Pickett. It's gonna be Malik. It was an offensive tackle. And I was like flipping out because I like I said, I love Jameis. I have really weird favorite players, as this has been talked about a lot. They didn't take a single quarterback this whole draft, and I was ecstatic because I was like, let's go. Like, Jameis is the guy.
And we've seen this with the Saints before. 4 years ago when they traded up for Marcus Davenport and everybody thought they were going to get Lamar Jackson. They have their guys that they like, and they're so confident in the guys they like, they're not going to stop anyone from getting them but themselves. So, like, factoring in the Eagles trade with the Saints earlier this last month. They traded a lot for Chris Olave. And I really like him, but, like, they don't shy away from getting their guys. Like, if you compare what the Lions had to give up to trade up 20 spots to get Jameson Williams compared to what the Saints had to give up for Chris Olave, it's pretty stark. But, like, I respect them building around Jameis, getting talent on both to protect him and throwing, because they had pretty much neither last year.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see the Saints. I know we talked on a previous podcast that we both think they're playoff bound, and this draft, even though it might mortgage their future a bit, it really helps them right now.
Yeah. And you also have Tyrann Mathieu signing 3-year, $33 million, $18 million guaranteed. That's the best. That's insane.
And that's
you get him for 3 years, right? Because what is he, 29?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he's 29. And the reason why he took this long to get signed is because people didn't know how long to sign him for, how much money to give him, because they don't know how much longer he's going to be good for. Safeties historically, isn't the best aging position. So it's like, how much do we give him? 2 year? Do we give him 1 year, 3? Well, the Saints found a perfect deal where it's just enough money and just enough time so that he can get cut if needed, and he can stay on the team if needed. So, they lost Marcus Williams, Malcolm Jenkins as well, right?
Yeah, he retired.
Yeah, he retired. Marcus Williams signed somewhere. I really don't know where.
Baltimore.
Oh, thank you. But I think that's probably one of the better signings of the offseason now that, it's 2 months in. But
we've talked about this, Tyrann Mathieu, for basically every episode of the podcast. Like, where is he going to sign? He should sign here. He should sign here. And the Saints,
I thought he was going to be a Steeler. I thought he was a Steeler.
So did I, and I am still a little sad about that. But this is a great fit from both team and the fact that he's from there. I feel
and went to college
he's been solid like the past couple of years with the Chiefs, but I feel like
don't you say he's overrated?
He could be revitalized. Me?
Yeah, it wasn't you that was like, he's like kind of overrated. Like, you're like, he's not like top 3.
I don't remember saying that, but I don't think he's top 3 currently.
Or like top 5.
At the top of his game, probably.
Okay.
Safety is one of those positions, or defensive back in general, where
changes a lot.
The best players aren't consistent year to year.
Yeah.
It's really, you got to look at the scope of things. So, like, a gun to my head, probably top 5 talent, but it just depends on what actually happens on the field in a certain year. But I feel like he could be rejuvenated. And
I love his fit with Dennis Allen. Because Dennis Allen, he was the defensive coordinator there for a long time. And now he's the head coach since Peyton resigned / retired. I don't think he's retired. I think he's come back. Not to the Saints, though. Dallas Dolphins, something like that. But I think he fits well into the scheme because Dennis Allen's a great defensive coach, always has been. He's been on that staff for a pretty good while now, I'm pretty sure. It works perfectly. I think it works perfectly. I don't think there's probably like a few better fits in the offseason, but I think that's one of the best.
Yeah, they already had one of the best defenses last year. And I don't know if I'd say they improved because they lost pieces, but they haven't dropped off like a lot of people might have expected. So they're going to have one of the best defenses in the league. And now with a healthy quarterback and more talent around him, I said this last year, but an injury has ruined that. I would be shocked if the Saints do not make the playoffs in 2022.
No, they will. They will.